What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this episode of Annie's Adventures and Friends. I've got a full table for you. Let's go on and turn the camera around and introduce you to everybody. Right, let me zoom out a little bit. Oh my gosh, all these kittens. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic. Yeah, great.
Thank you all for joining me. We're here at Star City Studios, the one and only. So over here to my left, I have Jose Salinas with film and music. We're going to talk all about his jam right now. We also have the El Paso Animal Services. We have El Paso Center for Children with Claudia, Betty, and Joe. And then we have Tumbleweed Sweets Treats. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. All right. So as always, I'm going to go around the table and we're going to dissect what everybody has going on, who, what, when, where, why, what you guys have coming up, if there's anything you're asking from the community. And then I do want to ask, what type of marketing do you do? And if you have any tips or advice for businesses out there, right? So let's go on. And what's up? How are you doing, Jose?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
No, well, thank you so much for joining me. I saw you at a recent event selling your elotes, and I was like, dude, I have to have you on because I want to learn about you. I see you at all the cool events, and I'm like, who is this guy? You're not from El Paso.
I'm not. No.
You've moved around all over.
Yeah.
I love it. So, who, what, when, where, why?
I live here. I'm based out of here now. And I've been here for about 2.5 years.
Okay.
So before that, I was living in Marfa, Texas.
Okay.
And then also in San Francisco.
Awesome.
So then Marfa kind of, I still go there like once a month for work and do other stuff. And in Big Bend.
Love it out there.
Yeah, it's great.
It's gorgeous.
And it's about to get cooler weather, so it's
yeah,
really awesome. And so I started working with some of the guys from Double Scope on film stuff. So they would get me in to come direct and do photography. And here and there. So I was like, well, kind of started. I was like, well, I'll give El Paso a try. You know. So then I found a place and just started basing out of here and working out of here and. I direct and play music and go ahead.
No, sorry. What kind of music do you play?
Oh, it's melancholy singer-songwriter stuff. It's about heartbreak and whatnot. It's more like in Nick Drake, Jose Gonzalez.
Okay.
Style. And
you have a show coming up.
Yeah, I got asked to play on one of the trolleys.
That's so cool.
For Saturday, and I was like, that'd be kind of interesting.
Something unique, yeah.
Yeah, especially here because I see the streetcars.
Yeah.
And I was like,
be part of that. Mm-hmm. So it's this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. I forgot what the times were. But
it's on the Instagram.
Instagram
I'll share it too so everybody can get that info.
What are some other questions?
Yes.
I can just keep talking forever.
I want to know though. So again, I met you. I've seen you at a lot of different events. We talked at the Sinks Coffee opening. Grand opening.
Jenna asked me to do that.
It's what a crazy cool opening. Like
cool
jam packed,
right?
literally. Like people
Poetry.
just standing outside and waiting because we couldn't fit inside. So it's super cool. But your elotes are freaking delicious and
thank
unique.
You. Yeah,
they're different than the typical elote out there.
So I was like going in Austin. You don't really find that. San Francisco, definitely not Cape Cod. But I would go skateboarding out in Chaparral, and there's a pump track out there. And at this intersection, there's this dude that sells elote in a cup. And, so I'd always stop there, and I was like, man, this is like delicious. And then Taco Neta's right around the corner from my house. So I'll go there. And they had, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I did a photography show in Marfa at an exhibition, and I was like, oh, this would be cool. Elotes for the people that come or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I made a lot of it, and then I'm like, I ran out. And then my buddy Luis was like, dude, you could have made a lot of money if you sold them instead of just giving them out, And I was like, well, no, that's cool that people came out.
Yeah.
So then, because of it being on Instagram, it caught, you were like, hey, I had people from like the city asking me to, but I don't have a food truck or I don't do that.
It was just like something you did like
fun.
To give away to people going to your art show.
Yeah.
That's how it all started.
Yeah. And then like Judd from Brave Books asked me to do one, so I did it there, and it was really awesome. And I've done a few here and there, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Food stuff. I mean, it's like I was telling you earlier, I guess the next thing would be the bridge, right?
Yes, do it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, I like it. It was different, great flavor, and it's cold. So it's not like, typically you get hot elote, but this is very good. And I don't know, it's just, it was more for like, I felt like I have a more sophisticated palate for this elote. with this one, it's just, I don't know, I've had elote everywhere, and theirs is very good. So if you guys see him out there, grab a cup, tell him I sent you. But also go check out his music this Saturday. And what are you working on? Because you also do film.
Yeah, I'm a director. God, this is like fun and weird. That's like me, look at me,
Yeah, but that's what it is. We're talking about you.
My bread and butter is I'm a director, so
Okay.
I get hired to direct commercials and films and music videos and that stuff, and like all kinds of stuff.
That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah, I've traveled internationally. Japan, Brazil, Europe, all this stuff. And
What the heck?
yeah, and I'm here, and I mean, I love El Paso. It reminds me of Austin, Texas, back in the like
it's a
mid-90s.
mini El Paso or Austin. I've
It
been
is
singing
from
there
like
forever.
way back when.
Yeah,
it's like
back in the
super
day, like
slick-
when it was
yes.
cool.
I mean, it's still cool.
I'm like,
It just-
come on,
it
it's not the
changes.
same.
It's changed.
It's like Miami meets Silicon Valley now.
Yeah,
Don't lie.
I mean, I still like it, and I
Yeah.
go back there to play and
Best
also
music, great art scene, everything. But for me, I used to live there. I don't drink anymore because of Austin. But like after 5 days, I'm like, oh, get me out of here.
Yeah, well, that's where I got my start in films. I started
Okay.
working with Rvmpvge and El Rey, and so I started doing
Crazy.
First as an
circle.
actor, and then started doing production, and then he would send me out on these. Once he started getting El Rey network going, I would go out with a friend, small little unit crew, and film a lot of the B-roll stuff
That's
for the
so
commercial
cool.
stuff, and really got dove in with Robert and him showing me how to run a camera, and then
Dude, that's so cool. Well, kind of a side thing. I used to nanny for the personal teacher for Robert Rodriguez's kids.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so I got to go, like in Austin, we got to go check out his property. and
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
very cool.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so you have been in the film industry. People,
For a while.
where do we go to find your videos, your work?
You can probably Google my name. There's
Okay.
stuff that's like in Rolling Stone and National
What the
Geographic and
heck?
stuff. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
so cool.
It's kind of funny to hear me say that.
Yeah, but it's,
I mean, it goes with it's work. It's hard
Yeah,
work. You
yeah.
put yourself out there, and you were talking about like marketing and stuff, and it's like it used to be this whole thing of getting over that with this whole like stigma of being a narcissist and like other people like, oh, he's about himself and all this shit. And it's like, well, I didn't have the money for like an ad agency or somebody to help me to push any of that shit. So, you got to like mess up a bunch of times
Yes.
and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And, when Instagram started doing like really, really small video clips, I saw opportunity there. It's like, oh shit, there were no commercials on my platform or
No.
anything. And so then it just so happened that my ex was in the shoe business, and like the shoe company started needing content. So then they started, everything is just crazy. And
But how neat, right? The path to
yeah.
get to where you're at and
Yeah.
everything. Like, what a
And you just
what
put
a
it out
cool
there.
ride, man.
And I've always been one of the kind of just like, the people that I gravitate towards in this life, like, they don't just do one thing, they do multiple things, you know, and it's more like self-expression. So instead of being like, oh, I'm a director, I'm
Yeah.
this and that, it's like, man, I've been doing this shit my whole life. It's like I saw a video from like the 80s, and I was like, yep, still the same, like,
Yeah.
I'm just older now.
Yeah.
But I'm still locked in with the skateboarding community. I'm always gonna be locked in with the music community. Like working with people like Kurt Vile or Jim Maskett or any of these big names, and playing music, and then like just visualizing things, and then picking up your phone or
The creative side of it, yeah.
totally.
That's
and
awesome.
And just doing it, and that's the thing, is to get over the hump of actually motivating and doing the actual work, and not relying on people for like the approval. You have to do the approval yourself. So,
Being your own boss.
yeah, and I think coming back to living in this town, you have a lot of no distraction, to where you can like really think and really dive into stuff.
Focus
and then,
on it.
Yeah, and then the location of it, being a border town with all of the, I get to go in and put this stuff out there to show certain sides of of what's really going on in this area, you know, and also for like the carbon footprint stuff and like climate change, and then also the political BS that goes on around here, you know, and it's like, you know, these things are like, as my friend said, weapons of mass construction.
Oh, I like that.
And so, and you can, you know, you can tell these stories, or you can be a sheep and follow, you know, other stuff where it's like a bigger thing that, you know, these whatever. But anyway, so it's a cool location. And I, you know, I live in this old ass apartment building, and Taco Neta's right, you know, Great Books is right there. I'm just like, dude, this is badass. And my friends, my small circle of friends and people, you know, they're all creatives and all like inspiring in their own right, and like. So, and it's cool because I have like Jesse from skate shops, and
so
like,
fun.
you know, I just worked with Beto O'Rourke a couple days ago and helped him with his stuff, and then it's like Jim Ward, you know, and he and I go way back, you know, and we're kind of like from the same kind of thing, and it's all full circle.
That's
and
awesome.
Then there's the Elote.
Yeah, I love
So
it.
I'm gonna throw some brisket in there, but I'm gonna do
love
jackfruit. One of these, soon.
I wanna on the sidebar. I wanna get your rates too, because you know I work in marketing and all that, and so I would love to have that information. But also, if you need any video rental equipment, let me know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I work at Star Central Studios.
Yeah.
I'm at Star City Studios here, but Star Central Studios, and we're the largest studio in the area and the video rental equipment company and all that good stuff. So
yeah, I mean, it would mostly be for support. I mean, and I do work, you know, I work off and on with like Jaime and all those guys, and they have their thing, and I know that Star has like Ari. But I'm endorsed by Blackmagic, so like I use those cameras, and so like
that's awesome.
That's, you know, you can go on their website. No, it's not like that. That's also like hard work, you know. But having a camera sponsorship is just kind of like,
are you kidding me?
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
cool.
amazing.
But it's also like you gotta keep working.
Hustling,
yeah.
You gotta do it. I mean, if you want to have the cool portfolio, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the hours.
Late nights, lots of coffee, all that stuff,
lots
and then just putting yourself out there and being open for constructive criticism, and like being able to
adapt and overcome. Also, like it's changing, ever changing. You know?
Yeah, with AI being the thing, and like, you know, platforms like Canva and ChatGPT and all these other ones. You know, it's like you can be like I don't know if y'all remember that movie Cocoon. Remember the old couple that decided to stay behind? You know, you could be them, or you can get on the boat and change with the times, like the Rolling Stones, you know, or like a band that kind of lasted through generations, you know. And I'd rather do that and learn, okay, so if this is going to be kind of like part of the next thing, well, then what's my take on it? And like, you know, how do I navigate through these waters and stuff? And because clients are going to ask about that
100%.
because they're getting those sponsored ads on their social media, and it's like, you know, it's no longer too much like filming and then editing, you know, on DaVinci or Premiere or Final Cut or whatever.
Hours.
Yeah, everybody's like, well, why that when I could just do this and do that and do this and do that, you know? But companies hire me from my creativity and the branding and like the vibe and energy, and also because they want that too, you know, to fall out of the stigma of like, you know, people will associate whatever business they have to like something. And it's like, well, no, they don't really know until you go and film the stuff and tell their story, you know, and put them out there and, you know, see where it goes.
I love it. So how do people find you?
Right now, I mean, Instagram, I have like a website, but it's also being, you know, the analytics of that, like nobody really goes to the website, you know, and it's just like.
It's just one of those things you
have
to have, so that way it shows I'm legit.
But Instagram,
people use social media like websites nowadays,
I mean, I've gotten quite a bit of work through Instagram.
I bet. I mean, it's also a great portfolio.
Totally, absolutely. 100%. And it used to feel weird because I used to have agencies like that were like the middle people for like gigs, and like, well, send your portfolio, and then that started kind of diminishing to where it's like, what's your Instagram handle? What's your Instagram handle?
Even I'm out at coffee shops, and people are like, having some little meet cutes, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what's your Instagram?" I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What's your
well,
Instagram?
I was like, I'd be at a coffee shop and I'd get like something from some company, and they're like, "Well, what's your Instagram handle?" And I'm looking on,
It's like your business card now, yeah.
But then I'm like, damn, did I post that picture of me in my underwear? Shit, I gotta take that thing off. They might like it, they might not.
Yeah. I love it. Well, make sure to follow him, Jose Salinas Film.
Yeah,
on
Joe
Instagram.
Salinas Films. Joe Salinas.
Joe Salinas.
Yeah.
And if you guys are looking for anything, reach out to him. If you guys need music, if you guys need video, if you guys need elote, and tell him I sent you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, guys, let me pull out a little bit here. So we're going to have the El Paso Animal Services. And you ladies brought some little kittens. And we have Julianne and Destiny. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. So tell me, what do you guys have going on? What's the next events? How do people reach out to adopt? All the good details.
So, you know where to start. There's so much going on with the shelter. We are the only municipal shelter in the entire region.
Okay.
And we do have a nonprofit partner as well, Friends of El Paso Animal Services, and both of us kind of work together to just help out with just the sheer number of animals that are in our community that need help.
Uh-huh.
On average, last year at least, we got 23,000 animals that entered our shelter.
Jiminy crickets.
Yeah, a lot. So it's always trying to find ways to, try to find them, get them to homes, try to get them back to their owners if we can do that. And then just giving that support to the community, because there's a lot of people that just don't know a lot when it comes to pet ownership and pet responsibility. It is a little bit of a new thing. Just a couple of years, I think in 2016 was when we first started doing that shift to try to be no-kill shelter and try to, have adoption programs, try to start doing foster programs, events, transport, and it's just kind of grown a lot since then. But the need is definitely still there.
Sure.
So always adopting, fostering, volunteering, donating, and just being that voice for the animals, whether it's for your own pets and knowing, to get them vaccinated, get them microchipped,
Sure.
get them spayed and neutered, do all those things to, protect them. Or just talking with your friends and family that maybe aren't on social media, since we are pretty active there, and trying to get that word out. But there's a lot of people in our community that aren't on social media, and trying to get them to also, understand that pet care and getting a pet into your home, it's not just having,
It's a responsibility.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility. Their lives depend on you. They can't take care of
It's
themselves.
a baby.
Yeah.
I've noticed, and it's funny because me and some friends have been talking lately about, in specific, I live in Central, so like how many more dogs we've seen on the streets. It's because we like to travel to Mexico a lot. Like it's given those kind of vibes, like we got the Central dogs now, and that wasn't something we were seeing like 3 months ago, or and I understand times are tough out there, and some people again aren't understanding the full grasp of the responsibility that it takes, and possibly pets are being let out, so it's great that you guys are educating the community, because it's really important and it's needed. Do you guys have anything to say to that, as far as like, have you noticed that this year specifically, like more pets? Or
I think it's something that's always kind of been a thing here in El Paso. I grew up here, and I know for me growing up, and I don't want to say it's a culture thing because it's something that's going on nationwide.
Sure.
But it's just that mentality of like, your pets belong outside, or they escaped and ran away, and it's like, oh, well, they'll come back. Oh, they didn't come back. Oh, well, I'm going to go get another beer.
whoa.
So that sometimes is that like mentality that people have when it comes to pets. And again, a lot of it has been changing. I don't know if it does have to do with fact with social media, with a lot of people posting more about look how
Fit fam, oh my god.
Yeah.
Woo! Get them.
They help us out too. We have a really good
I bet.
communication with them, and they'll send us.
They're awesome.
Yeah. It's you need that community to want to reach out and to want to take those videos and let people know like, hey, this is happening.
This is
and,
unacceptable.
yeah, and with social media too, a lot of people think like you're seeing more of this, but a lot more people are posting like, hey, I found this dog, or I lost my dog. So you're seeing that more often, and sometimes people will correlate that to there's more missing pets, but really it's just more people like kind of putting that outreach out there. Because the pets that come into our care, it's not where they're these stray feral animals. We do get those sometimes, but you can tell they have a home at some point.
Sure.
They're affiliated with people. They see you, and they're already like know that you're a person that's there to either help them or sometimes even coming from a bad past, maybe they're, maybe
A little timid.
So it's definitely, a community trying to educate on, if your dog runs away, go and look for them. Make sure they're microchipped. That way if somebody picks them up, you can scan and take them back to them. And if you don't have the capability to take care of a pet, it's super simple. Don't get one.
Yes.
So that's just something that we're trying to educate more. We do have a lot of education programs too, with our team going out into schools, doing camps, trying to kind of teach the youth.
From the
a little
younger,
more.
so they take it with them to the adulthood. That's great.
So 10, 15 years from now, we'll hopefully start kind of keep building that more kinder community.
It's a
for
great
pets.
idea. So I know on the side, I want to ask you information because I have a client that I'm interested in doing pet adoptions at their event. So is this something that businesses can reach out to you and to help you, adopt some of these pets out?
Yeah, absolutely. We're always out into the community. We just had an event today at Southwest University and had 4 adoptions there. We have another event tomorrow. Pretty much every day of the week we have something going on. So we do get pretty booked up, but we're always trying to find new ways to kind of get out into the community and have people, meet these babies.
Yeah.
And kind of going to the community rather than expecting them to, come to us. Because again, a lot of people just don't know that we exist, what we do,
Where
how big the
at,
need is.
uh-huh.
Because I definitely didn't know that 3 years before I started working here. I started working here as our public affairs coordinator, and it was eye-opening for me.
I bet.
To see just how many animals were in the shelter. Right now we have around 800 to 900
What?
animals that are inside of the shelter.
Jiminy Crickets.
Thousands more that are in our foster home. So I had no idea that any of this, was going on. So it's definitely now being there. It's like, how do we get more people to learn about this, to care about this, and to want to do more and be a part of what we're trying to do.
So is there anything you're asking from the community right now?
Of course, the biggest thing is always adopting. We have so many pets. A lot of people think that have this misconception on shelter pets that they're these damaged, broken animals that can't be great pets. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. If anything, sometimes they're even more resilient and more like
They
want to go
they
back
want
to
the love.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we get all different kinds of breeds and everything, but also, don't always focus so much on the breed. Focus like what's best for my lifestyle. Am I kind of like a chill at home kind of person? Then maybe get a dog that's comfortable with just hanging out with you on the couch. Do I like to go on adventures? Then you can get like an animal that's more active. So just kind of having that mentality when you want to welcome a new pet into your home, and also keeping in mind like the seniors and other pets that need that second chance. They might not be little puppies, but they still deserve love and they're great pets.
Oh my God. I saw the cutest thing yesterday. I was walking around Memorial Park and there was this beautiful dog and he was missing a leg, but like it's an adopted dog. They need love too. And if you're able to give that, like, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? So how do people reach out to you guys?
So we do have our Instagram page. We have EP Animal SPC, or just look up El Paso Animal Services. We're pretty much on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. We're also on Nextdoor. We're also on YouTube.
Nextdoor.
On Threads. We don't really post.
Everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much we're trying to get everywhere we
Yeah.
can, and we're a small team, but we're mighty, trying to do everything that we can to put that out there. Of course, our website, elpasoanimalservices.org, we have a ton of resources, information. You can see our calendar of events. You can see our adoptable pets there. You can learn about our volunteer programs, our fostering programs, maybe donating if you can't, open up your home to a pet in need. There's just so many ways for people
Absolutely.
to get involved.
I saw something too recently. I've been going downtown to the Mac Center to do some art. And next to is the library, and I see that everywhere, all the libraries now have those pop-up pet closets for supplies.
The El Paso Community Foundation.
It's
they
so
started doing
cool.
That pet pantry program. We do have one of our own, but it's nice to have that other extra
assistance.
place for people to go and get those supplies, because we want people to keep their pets. We don't want them to feel like they need to surrender them because they can't afford
Correct.
food with the economy being the way it is and prices of pet food going up. We know that it's hard for people, and we want to do what we can so the pets stay with you, because the last thing we want is for them to have to come to the shelter.
Absolutely. So also another way that you guys can help is donate to those pet pantries. Is something I would recommend. So do you guys have any upcoming events that you wanted to mention?
Oh, we have a ton. Just visit our calendar, elpasoanimalservices.org. You can see all of our events there. We do post them once a week too, with like all of the stuff we have going on, because we typically have like 10 or more events on a weekly basis.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We do a lot. And so there's
That's
like
awesome.
adoption events or volunteer events or events for your kids to kind of come out. It's completely free. So there's a ton of things that we're doing to try to like put that out there. So if you maybe have animal loving kiddos, that's a great way for them to kind of get involved and learn a little bit more, and then also teach them that compassion and empathy for all living beings.
I love it. I love it. I don't know. Right now, I'm watching you guys with the kittens, and I'm thinking of that one really cool Sun City kitty and the Salinas. I'm like, we need more businesses like that where you can just go in and you're like, I don't want to go to the bank. I don't want to go deal with mortgage stuff. But hey, there's pets there. I'm
There's
good.
actually an awesome program that Viva La Plant Shop had started.
Yes, they were just in here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they're
super
super
cool.
awesome foster partners of ours. They've taken in, I want to say, over 50 animals in
Really?
the past year into their shop, and
Beautiful.
they kind of
Help
find
adopt
them
them.
homes for them.
That's
so
so
they
cool.
started their Pause at Work program. So if you have a business that maybe can, open up for a pet to foster them temporarily and help them find homes. It's great for like
So cool.
the people at work too, because who doesn't want to go and like take a break and go cuddle with a dog or a cat or whatever the case is. And then you're also helping find homes for those pets.
Great idea. I love it. El Paso, make sure to reach out, follow them. If you guys are interested in volunteering or checking out their classes, sign up. Do they register for that or?
So the classes, you just sign up because we have a limit on how much people we can have in there, but you can sign up there. Everything's on our website, or you can always email us to epas@elpasotexas.gov, or just shoot us a message on social media pages where you respond pretty quickly there.
Excellent. Destiny, you want to tell us about these babies right here?
So these are two of our neonates. They are our bottle babies. They're a couple weeks old. This guy, they don't quite have names yet. Trying not to move because this one's asleep on me. But yeah, these are our bottle babies. That's another thing that volunteers help out with. They can come in and help us bottle feed when it is feeding time for them.
That's so cool.
So yeah, they also are available for foster as well. We're always looking for fosters for our bottle babies. We have kittens and puppies, week old, day old, that just need a little bit of extra help to eat and be bottle fed.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you guys want to mention that we haven't talked about yet?
I think that's overall it. I mean, adopt, foster too. If you can't adopt or commit to a lifetime, you can always foster. It's temporary. We provide all the food, resources, medical care for the foster pet. If you can't adopt or foster, you can volunteer. We always have volunteer opportunities, even with rescue runners. That's an organization that partners with us on Sundays, where you can come out and walk some of the dogs in our care without you having to take any classes. You just come in, they hand you a dog, you go on a walk, and you come back.
If you guys are looking for some like self-care stuff, this might be just a ticket for you. Like, I'm not a pet person. They're cool. I just do not have a home life for that or a yard set up for that, and I travel all the time. But if I can just kind of like nieces and nephews, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go hang out. That was great time for the both of us, like. El Paso, go and volunteer, adopt, foster if you can, donate if you can, and tell them I sent you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. All right, how's it going, guys? Everybody's happy with kittens, right? I don't know, you might be in trouble there, Betty.
Good job, girls.
All right, so we got El Paso Center for Children. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I'm excited to learn about what you guys are working on, what you have coming up, any events. Is there anything you're asking from the community?
Hi, what are we asking for? So the Center for Children has been around for over 100 years. It's evolved from a foster or an orphanage to what we have now. I have only been there 8 years, and so, but it's grown so much in the time that I've been there. I think we had like 5 programs when I first started, and we're at 16 different services we offer now.
Beautiful.
All our services are absolutely free. Our services aren't based on income, insurance, or citizenship. As long as you live in El Paso County and fall within the parameters of each program, you're able to receive the services free of charge.
Wow.
I work for the preventive program, so my name is Claudia. This is Miss Betty. Miss Betty works with the Youth Outreach and Housing, and then Mr. Jose is kicking off our fatherhood program. And so we're trying to get the dads. I think I want Mr. Jose to start first because I know that's a new program, and I think it's
I'm curious.
the fatherhood
The dad program. Dígame.
Yeah, so we work with our fatherhood population here in El Paso, and we're excited. we're finishing year 1 out of a 5-year grant cycle. So we have 4 more years to go. So we work with biological fathers, stepfathers, grandparents that are taking care of the grandkids, or even like an uncle who's a father figure to their nephews or nieces, because maybe mom is a single mom, but that uncle is taking that follow
Stepping
role
up,
that's much necessary. So we're trying to empower dads, and we're trying to build a community of fathers in our community where we can learn from each other and strengthen each other and hype each other up, because we know that fatherhood is tough, and we know that raising kids in society, it's hard right now. It's a lot of influences through social media and community and peers and whatever. So we're trying to build our dad community to hopefully get up to a point where they're the backbone of our families.
That's awesome.
Where dads are not only physically present in the home, but they're also emotionally hands-on parenting with their kids. Studies have shown that when dads are involved, kids don't get in as much trouble. There's not as much abuse or neglect. Kids do better in school. Kids don't do drugs. Girls don't get pregnant. So there's a lot of pluses when dads are involved, and we're trying to strengthen those things within our dads.
What is the program called?
It's called the Fatherhood Effect Program. Here in El Paso, we call it the Super Dad Program.
That's cute.
So we have 3 different programs. We have the Dad Cafe program, which is more like a support group for fathers, where we go and we just hang out and have guided discussions on different topics. Then we actually have a parenting curriculum, an 8-week parenting curriculum for our dads through Circles of Security, which is an evidence-based parenting program. And then we have what's called Empath Mobility. And that one, we work one-on-one with the dad population to help them move up financially. We know that when there's financial issues in the home, there's a lot of stress. When there's a lot of stress in the home, usually kids take the brunt of it, because we're going to release it one way or another. So usually the kids will take the hit.
Sure.
We want to strengthen that in that area so that decreases
That's
the
so
stress.
cool.
Yeah.
What the heck? Ever since I've known you and worked with you, you guys have amazing programs at the center. That's so cool. So what else are you guys working on that you want to mention?
Yes, so I am the Division Director for Youth Outreach and Housing. I have 4 programs. I have a shelter for youth 11 to 17 who are homeless or running away, or they're running away because there's abuse and neglect in the home. We can have them in there. Sometimes we have to report it to Child Protective Services. But in there, we do take them to school. We take them to outings during the weekend. We try to make it home-like. I feel like our shelter doesn't look like a shelter. It looks like a home. The kids love that we cook. We also teach the kids how to cook. We teach them how to do laundry. A lot of the kids don't know how to do that.
Great.
How to clean. We get them ready to look for jobs. We work on their resume.
So skills.
Yeah, life skills. We do a lot of life skills, and we help them. We'll go buy them clothes. We'll do mock interviews. We help them get their, if they're 16, we help them get their food handler, so at least they're living with, something.
That's awesome.
They can stay with us up to 21 days. That's how much our grant
Allows.
has us. Yeah, and during that time, the case manager is looking for another a friend's house, another family. Sometimes we even
Helping
them,
set them up for
we
after.
find somewhere else. If a grandparent or someone wants them.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people out there. I can't even imagine who, whatever the life circumstances are, and just to have someone to talk to about things and work things out and figure it out, especially when you're just a baby. I mean, anybody under 18 is a baby to me. That's super cool.
So, and then we have another program called our Drop-In Center. And our Drop-In Center is for 11 to 24-year-olds. And a lot of kids don't want to go into a shelter, so they're out in the streets, and all they have is either their clothes or a backpack with their belongings. And, they come in, they can come do laundry with us. We can get them something to eat. They can just come relax. You know how hot it is here in El Paso, so they can get out of the elements, watch some TV, and then they can go on their way wherever they stay. We also help them to find food, shelter. We partner with local shelter, so we have that connection, and they can go in. So we help them with school. I mean, we just try to help them with everything. They do life skills with them too. And then we have our other 2 programs, which is our rental assisting. We have one for males that is for our 18 to 21-year-olds. Again, we help them with rental up to 18 months. And we help them along with life skills, finding a job, because once our services are done, we don't want them to fail. So we want to make sure that once
They're set up.
done, they're set up, and they can continue paying. We've had kids who have even become managers at McDonald's. Like, it's awesome. Yeah,
That's
you
so
know,
cool.
just working with them. Our caseworkers work with them directly.
Yeah.
Our other program is our rapid rehousing, which is for 18 to 24 and families. So if they have children or, you know, their parents, they just are going through a hard time, the kids can get the apartment. Again, we help with life skills, again, set them up, and they can actually be with us for 2 years.
Wow.
So yeah, and again, everything is 100% free.
Wow, that's
Yeah, and so
amazing.
we always ask for also for donations, because you know, when we do go into their apartment, they don't have anything. Or when they come into the shelter, they don't bring anything, so we ask for new clothes, apartment kits, which is either like a shower curtain, dishes,
Utility,
a little
the
table,
cooking
yeah.
utensils.
A little, yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Hygiene, a little microwave. A lot of the stuff that we try to get for grants, that's what we try to use. Just anything we can think of that they can use, because it is their first apartment, and they don't.
Starting from scratch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Even an air mattress, and you know, anything like that we can provide.
That's awesome. And do you guys take used or is it new?
It's new.
Okay.
Yes.
So new donations?
Yes.
Okay. And monetary donations, of course. Awesome. Is there anything else that we want to talk about?
Well, I work with the early childhood, so we do the prevention, and also work with the older kiddos. So we provide the free counseling to the community. We work with new moms, with new dads, expected. We provide the counseling. We also have like parenting classes, so it's working on like positive redirecting, the no more yelling, the no more chancla throwing, you know, it's like talking to them.
Communication.
We do that. We also do, we have the new program called the Home Visiting Program, which is Hippie. And what they do is they focus on they work with 2, 3, and 4-year-olds. They do the reading, the writing, the math, and the science. They make it fun. The best thing about it is that the parents are taught, right? So they can teach this back to their kiddos. And so once they teach it back to your kiddos, when the kiddos go to school, you learn your child's learning ability, right? So everybody learns different, but you can advocate for your child when they're like, he doesn't sit down. But you know what, if you do this, or if you do that, and I know they have a lot of kiddos, but if they learn just at least one habit for this one kiddo, it helps the families with that, or the teachers with that one kid. And so it also helps, like I said, it gets them excited to want to go to school. We have our Circle of Security, which is part of what Mr. Jose has, that works on the bonding, makes that bond stronger, of course, because like he says, dads are mostly out of the house, or when the moms are working, that the kiddos are at home with grandma, tios, whomever, they can help form a tighter bond. We have our Incredible Years, that's the one that does a lot of the positive redirecting, covers anything that has to do with a baby under the age of 5. Those classes are offered virtual. We have our parent cafes. If you've never been, I would love to invite you guys to come to a provider cafe. It's like 1 hour. It talks about all the 5 protective factors, how you benefit from them, how you actually live them. So we have that. And so, like I said, so we have all of the services, and then we also have counseling for the kiddos 6 to 17. Services are also free. We have the VOCA grant, and the FACE program, which is our counseling. It also has like life skills and teaches them how to stress busters and stuff like that. And then we have our family resource center, so families can come. They can just have a cup of coffee. We have a little play area. They don't have to worry about the kids running out. They also have like yoga, literacy, movie. I think we just had a father-daughter dance.
Okay, cute.
Zumba. I mean, you name it. If you want it, let us know, and we'll figure out a way to get it. We will be hosting on September 12th. We'll be hosting a baby shower for expectant parents with babies up to the age of 1. We provide diapers, and we have all sorts of vendors providing free information. We have a lot of really cool giveaways that we've been doing as well. So honestly, if you think of it, we probably have it at the center, and if we don't, I promise you, we'll probably write a grant for it, because our goal at the Center for Children is to fill that gap, to keep families from getting stuck. And a lot of the times, like they had mentioned, you get stuck because you are either making your insurance card payment, or you're paying your, you know, utilities, or do I buy groceries, or you know what I mean? And it's like you're stuck. And so what ends up happening is, like he says, the kids get stuck in the middle because they're like, I am hungry, I am coming. And it's like, no, but you know, we know that it's not their fault and you're stressed. So we try to help them either get food, we try to help them with utility assistance, rent
Alleviate
assistance.
some of that
Yeah,
stress.
like this year we gave out backpacks, we gave out gift cards for shoes and uniforms, and you know, try to get the families together. And then I know the FRC also offers like a day where they have the food pantries come out, families can come pick up
Super
food
cool.
pantries information. I mean, there's so much that we offer, and like I said, free. So if you know of anybody that is needing any kind of service, just let us know. We'll try to fill that gap. And then the best thing about the fatherhood program, which you didn't mention, is a program run for men by men. So there's no women telling men what to do. That's the best part, I think, about the program, because it's just guys. So that's the best part about the fatherhood program.
love
There's
it.
no women in there. It's just, and it's a safe place for guys to talk. Yeah, it's a safe guys
It's so
to
cool,
talk.
and it's not just like for moms or just for the men or just for the. It's like for the whole family. It's beautiful. You guys are doing amazing work, El Paso. Do you guys need volunteers, or what do you need from the community right now?
It would just be, we don't do volunteers, especially because we do have our shelter
Yep.
and it's regulated. But you know, donations, any type of donations, we welcome. You can always find us on Instagram, Facebook, our website, epccinc.org. You can reach us through there. And our shelter's open 24/7. So we have even police show up with kids. So we're
Oh, and
always
the other
open.
part she didn't tell you is that they have a great chef, or
Ooh.
she's
Yeah,
a
great
cook,
chef,
Miss
yes.
Sonia.
Miss Sonia.
She
Yeah.
is, oh my gosh, phenomenal. She's made
Yeah.
stuff for
The
us.
kids,
And
you know, they come
They
in
wanna
and they're
leave.
like,
Yeah.
very skinny, and we take them to the doctor and they've gained 10 pounds.
Nice. It's like going to grandma's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like food.
yeah,
That's so
Sonia,
cool.
Yeah, Sonia is a great chef.
I don't know. I'm seeing like the future with like pet therapy, even with the children or something like that, guys. Some kind, some kind of partnership. Just throwing it out there.
With some
Awesome.
Paso de elote.
Watch out! Watch out!
Time to
And
go.
some cordy cakes.
Totally.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, real quick, I did want to just ask, what type of marketing do you do, and do you have any tips or advice for nonprofits?
We just do social media, or we're out there in the community and health fairs, going to schools, taking flyers. That's basically what we do.
Perfect.
I don't know what else.
Also, a lot of word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
A lot of word of
refer-
mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of our clients refer other clients,
Perfect.
which I think is the best marketing.
100%. And any tips or advice for nonprofits?
Don't give up.
Yeah, don't give
Yeah.
up. Keep going out there.
Keep knocking on doors.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knock on a lot of doors and a few will open.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I
And if
love
we
it.
don't open a door, we'll open a window.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her.
That's very positive.
And then real quick, because I did want to ask Julianne and Destiny the same question. What type of marketing do you do, and do you have any tips or advice for nonprofits?
So for marketing, try to do everything that we possibly can. Of course, like word of mouth, going out and canvassing with the community, knocking on doors, flyers, working with as many businesses as you can, and try to partner with each other. Because I think El Paso is great because everybody wants to. We have that community kind of feel. Everybody wants to like work together and help everybody out. So there's definitely somebody out there that maybe might have an idea or have a way that they can help you get that word out there. Social media is huge right
Yeah.
now. If you're not doing any social
You're
media,
missing the boat.
get on there, because that's where everybody's at right now, and it has helped us so much with finding homes for a lot of pets that, I mean, when I first started, we had pets that were there for over 800 days.
Oh.
Now our longest day is 400. We're still working on it, but it's helped a lot with finding homes for these pets.
Very cool.
And then for nonprofits, just same thing, just putting yourself out there, working hard, and try to build those community relationships.
I love it. Did I ask you? I think you covered social media and videos, but is there anything else that you do for your marketing and tips or advice for businesses out there?
Yeah. I mean, see what other. What I normally do is the things that inspire me, like the different cultures and people and what I see what's working for them, and the main thing is to not hack it and artist steal or whatever you want to call it, but be inspired. And just kind of see what everybody else is doing, and then kind of get a thing where it's like, well,
Put your twist.
how do I do my own version of this that's going to be different from that? Or how could my services help them?
Yeah.
You know,
How can I add to the pot?
Absolutely, and I think it is really important. You know, because I've been hearing a lot of like Google ads, and it's like that's great and everything, but social media, all the different platforms, is so important.
Search everywhere
Yeah,
optimization.
yeah, and it's you know, it's really good to get the message out there for all kinds of stuff. You know, and if you have a business, you know, that's where I get hired to come and help them to push their what they're all about.
Awesome.
And, you know, and get out of the stigmas of like what people might think they're about, you know, because associating the name or what they do for work or whatever. But,
Absolutely.
But yeah.
And any tips or advice for businesses out there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, see what you're, you know, it's in the industry, you know, yeah, it's competitive, you know, of course, and should be where it's like, you know, the non-corporate companies and stuff, you know, the smaller businesses, you know, the local stuff, so just kind of like see what everybody else is doing and push it, you know, because really at the end of the day, it's like, you have no control over if that person's going to utilize your services or not, or their services or not. That's not up to you. And, you know, the only thing you can do is just do your best. You know, and I think that's like it's good to see what everybody else is doing, and just uplifting and pushing. You know,
And add to it, yeah.
Yeah, like with the film community here. You know, I have noticed that it's like kind of, you know, little gangs of New York kind of deal, you know, and they come together every once in a while, but
I think that's in El Paso in general.
yeah,
Like everybody would rather do their own thing instead of move a bigger mountain together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, people push for it, and I commend them for that, but it's actually doing it, you know, and I think it's not, you know, me, myself, I'm not trying to be part, you know, I'll totally work with whoever, you know, but I am kind of looked at as like, oh, well, he's kind of under the radar kind of guy. And it's just like, well, you know, I don't have time to sit around and wait. I got to get stuff done, you know, because that's just how it is. And there's a lot of, you know, talk. It's great.
Yeah, you got to take business serious.
You gotta execute.
And you got to move. Yeah, you got to take action. I love it. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I didn't want to get around the table without asking, because I've done it before and I'm always kicking myself. Anyways, what's up, Frank? Tell me about this gourmet cakes. Gourmet, did I say it wrong?
It's actually, it was so funny. So when I came in, I had no idea whether you were going to get it or not, but yes, we're calling these gorda cakes. Gorda cakes.
Oh my God.
It looks like a gordita.
It does.
Yeah, so this is like one of the few creative things that we're trying to, you know, bring out to the spotlight. Everybody has the same old desserts, whatnot. And this is actually not my idea. Mel was going to be here, but she had some other things to do. So
What's up, Mel?
I know, right? She's going to see this, believe me. She's gonna see this.
We love her.
She'll make sure you're going to get everything right.
Don't mess up.
Don't mess up. But I'm actually here for two, actually. So
Yes.
I'm in here for her brother as well.
Yes, House of
Marcos,
Hoopz 915.
House of Hoopz, exactly. So the reason why I'm kind of actually helping a little bit of each is because he's like our avenue in order to kind of like sell our ideas. And we do have a food truck. So that is going to change. We were selling all kinds of stuff like elotes in cup, even the walking nachos. If everybody knows that, it's like they get the dori nachos. Get your chips, open them up, you put in your cheese and meat, whatever, you put that in there, whatever they want. I mean, it's a canvas, you can put whatever in there. But we decided, you know what, we took this funny thing that you said this, I lived in Austin too for a little bit, but we took a trip over there recently. Actually, I met a chef from the UK, Gaz Oakley, very fantastic on YouTube. His ideas are ridiculous. But after going over there, we met him because we're foodies too. We like all different textures, flavors, colors. And we just happened, you know, after we were done with the meet and greet with this book signing, we went downtown on Guadalupe. You know, everybody knows Guadalupe. You know, a bunch of food all over there. And there was this food truck. And it was all white and it had pink on it. It was very cute, and it's like, wow, this is crazy. So we went in there, and this guy from Turkey, he was bringing a lot of Turkish designs, and that's where we had our first, that famous Dubai chocolate. We did our version of it too in a different form of sense. But it is pretty expensive. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm pretty people out there that are doing it,
Yeah.
you understand, and it does take time. So
Yeah.
it's something. It's pretty cool. But either way, the idea was it's a dessert food truck, and that's all he did.
Oh, I love it. That
So
sounds
we
like
were
my
thinking, you know
home.
what, we have it, might as well change it up. So we stopped going out and doing other things, and we're just kind of like prepping it for this. And these are ideas. So after traveling to Austin and then also Las Vegas, San Francisco, I mean, if you're a foodie, there's everywhere, everywhere. So the type of El Paso doesn't really have too much of that. And so we kind of want to bring ideas in to give them a different flavor, different look, and obviously just inspire people here too. I mean, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, a lot of El Paso is a type of, when it comes to when your own personal businesses, they're very compartmentalized. They don't like to give out their secrets and everything. So like, whatever. And then they end up taking ideas anyway. So you know what? Let's just try to change that up. I don't care. You can look at it. This is the whole point of coming here. See what we're doing. And let's see if you can bring your A game. Because that's the thing. Can you do it? And so we're bringing just different ideas. It looks great. And literally all of this it looks like a gordita, but it's literally cupcakes and just different colors to make the different colors and textures.
But I mean, what's gonna sell more, a regular vanilla cupcake or a gourde cake? You know what I mean? Like it's giving it that extra pop and pizzazz.
The name.
And,
The gorda cake.
Yeah.
I mean, El Paso's like
It's
Chuco town.
like
They
your-
like the name, so it's
it's
also
like
good to give.
your niche, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so we wanted to do that, and you've already seen some of the things. I wish we could. I think we brought some other stuff before. So
And
we
they
have
got-
Pop Tarts.
I was like Pop-Tarts.
We got you a. We made you a cheesecake, and we actually put her logo on it
That was
too.
pretty
It's pretty
bomb.
cool.
That was pretty
Lucky.
bomb.
And we do those designer cookies too. So if you have like a wedding, birthday, we do
Custom
catering. We do
orders.
custom orders. So what you see here, or if you see it online on our Instagram, Tumbleweed Sweets Treats, you'll see a lot of the stuff that we do there. And you can order for parties, catering.
Man, you guys were just at the homeschool event, and like everybody was talking about you guys. I was insane. Even a little girl went to your table and was like, "Can I have your business card?" Usually it's parents asking for this, but she was like 11 or 12, and she's like, "I want your cupcakes or your cookies at my birthday party." So it's super cute.
And you know what? On that, just on you guys, look up the homeschool stuff because those you can learn from that community because the kids. They're like anywhere from 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're talking to you like an adult. So
Yeah.
they already have the skills already. They already know what they like, what they do, and there's a lot of culinary there. So when we were there, they kind of wanted to see if we can teach them or whatnot.
Oh, fun,
so
yeah.
I mean,
well, they like to do their classes because
Exactly.
it takes a village. Denise, one of my really good friends and coworker at Leo Marketing, she has It Takes a Village, and it's a homeschool center, enrichment center where like you can put your kids in PE and they have other kids to go with, or a dance class, or they dissect frogs.
fencing. I saw fencing. I was
yeah.
like, well, that's crazy.
The House of Hoopz. So all different kinds of the homeschool community in El Paso is no joke. But that's where I saw you guys last, and I just remember that little girl coming, and she's like, "I need to have you guys
Oh
at my
my god,
birthday
yeah,
party."
they do. So, and entail with that, the reason why we're at House of Hoopz, not only because it's her brother, it's actually we helped build it. It was literally just a big, humongous factory style setting, and we gutted it, and then he basically made it House of Hoopz, and
That's
he
so
put
cool.
a couple courts in there, and that's our avenue to sell. Because I mean, even though food truck's great, but you're out there and you kind of have to push. The thing is when you're in a kids setting, because House of Hoopz is about anywhere from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So you have games running from 8 o'clock all the way to 3 o'clock. And so you have
You're
parents
going to
coming in an
them,
hour.
yeah.
They're coming to us. So we go to them, but they also come to us.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 courts going on. So there's multiple games going on simultaneously.
You
And
guys
so
have
you-
a couple hundred kids go through a day.
Exactly, and you have a lot of parents, and then we already know
Well,
the
kids
the-
are the number
the
one
kids are the
sellers.
number one, exactly,
Yeah.
because they see it and they're like, oh, can I,
I
have
want
this?
it.
And I know sometimes the parents are like, oh
like,
my
just shut
gosh,
'em up
okay,
and
here we
get
go,
it.
yeah, go ahead and give it to them. But the funny
Anytime
thing
I'm
is,
not a parent.
and looks can be deceiving, like we were saying. We love flavor, we're foodies, so we're not just making any type of food. Like when you taste it, it's really good.
Well, you guys even like in the cheesecake or other desserts, like you guys have, it's like kind of gut healthy desserts, if you will. And I know for me and a lot of the buzz is like everyone's talking about gut health right now, you know?
And that's actually, if you look into it, it leads into a lot of the diseases that we do have
100%.
that is missed by doctors. So in a sense, we're trying to give a healthier kind of setup. So we do have vegan options as well, gluten-free, whatever you ask for, we can definitely put it together. Exactly, make it happen. Because no matter of fact, at the homeschool event, there was a few kids that already had some type of either gluten intolerance or something, or milk or something, right?
IBS or whatever.
We always ask first, because before, when we were kids, didn't matter, you grabbed it, you ate it. But nowadays, we now ask parents and the kids, because the kids know too.
Yeah.
And they'll ask. And so we go ahead and actually
cater to them.
Because I mean, even though you're allergic to certain things, you still want to be a part of the society, a part of food. Like, you don't want to miss out. So it's just another way to get some of the same flavors and textures, but without having to suffer your body's consequences.
I can only imagine how much it sucked being a vegan here 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, can I have a side salad and some French fries? You know, where now you have options and people are thinking about that more. Like, we want you to enjoy the experience, especially if it's your birthday, your party. You have options out there, and they don't look the same, they don't taste the same, so you guys can have basically whatever you want. Oh my god, the fig Pop-Tart, forget about it. I never even had a flavor like that.
That came from my tree. So I also have like my own farm or garden. So I do my own gardening, and we make our own food. We probably eat 80-90% of our own food. So some of the stuff that you will eat is I grew it.
Yeah.
I grew it myself. We do the figs, the pomegranates, pears, apples, a few things out there. Watermelons, we have different Kajari melons, orange glow melons. They're actually orange in the interior. Sweet babies. There's all different types. When I mean foodie, we make our own stuff. We put our own seasoning. We mix it up. We don't just do this typical thing, and that's what we want to do. And so that's our idea to make, once we're done with the food truck.
Farm to table, but with desserts? Get out of here. Who the heck does that even, man?
Yeah,
I've not ever heard of that.
Some of that stuff we'll have in there, rosemary, whatever it is. Because you'll be surprised what you can add with herbs and spices when you actually add them correctly. Because if you look at a lot of Indian foods and a lot of desserts from other countries, they use a lot of herbs, but you don't taste them. Yeah. They kind of blend in very nicely. So that's what we mean by gut health, because believe it or not, the herbs and spices actually aid in the microbiome. So you kind of want to combat, you're going to have your sugar, but at least you'll have something else to actually compensate for what you're eating. Okay. It won't be as bad. Right, or what you would say. But so now, as far as House of Hoopz goes, so that ranges anywhere from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. Their whole point is and it's a private, it's not a public setting, it's private. And what this allows is, it allows a close niche of community where the parents, there's no fighting involved. If you have kids, if you've been in football, basketball, every now and then you'll have some.
Oh my! The signs that say you're not a coach, please be quiet.
Yeah, and that's all over the place actually inside there. So we want to we're in a sense inadvertently teaching the parents how to be good sportsmanship as well, not just the kids, because it leads up into the kids. When you see the kids, in a sense, it's kind of representation of what's going on in the home. So what he's trying to represent here is learn your skills, and everybody plays. No one's gonna get left behind. Whether you're the worst player or the best player, you get put in, because when you get thrown into the lions, what do you do?
Figure it out.
You gotta figure it out. And so they create a camaraderie instead of like, oh, I'm the best coach, don't put him in, or you know what, oh, we're losing because of this. And if they lose, the whole point is it's not about winning or losing, it's about having fun. And that's the whole deal, is learn all that. And then there's actually some employees that they have there that do ref and do the scoreboard. So if they don't like to play, if they want to become a ref, if that's what they want to do, instead of playing, they want to observe. They can do that. They can learn to do all that, learn how to sell snacks.
Dude, and refs make some nice, decent money on the side. Just saying that, throwing it out there. Yeah, so that's a cool service, a skill to learn there.
Exactly. Patience, and also just having to team player and learn to dribble and everything, but a close niche to basically creating the best thing. Because what they do, so right now, Marcos, he just sent off his eldest son to Phoenix, to Christian University in Phoenix, and so he got literally a scholarship to go play with it. So that is a testament of what the House of Hoopz does bring. So
The skills.
whether you just want to go there for fun and then have the kids do something, learn skills, or you know what, they love it so much where they want to expand to go to city leagues. And it is city leagues altogether. That and also if you're guys city leagues out there, call up House of Hoopz. They're willing to negotiate and that's how they create the games. So we're trying to expand the amount of games we can get from the community, and also private setting games or private teams instead of like there's homeschool teams, believe it or not, and then the public schools. So they're trying to mix it all up, but as a private setting, it's so that way people get a different view of what it means to be respectful, basically, as far as no matter what age, and learning the skills of just, I guess, being a kid too, having fun. That's it's not about, and also that's the other thing. There's no yelling. You're not going to see the coaches yelling at the kids like, "Hey, you didn't do a good job. Get out there," or "You know what? Get over here." And there's none of that. It's all
Positive.
fun. It's all positive. That's all positive reinforcement.
Awesome.
So whether you want them to do something just for fun and get them out of your hair, maybe that's what some will do. Don't get me wrong, but it will be beneficial nonetheless.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
If you want to fine tune your skills.
fine-tune your skills, and they do weightlifting as well, so they do conditioning. So you're gonna get everything, and the practices are anywhere from, they're on Mondays and Wednesdays, but in case you do have any issues with time frames, they can work with you. And so I believe I had some notes here. I think it was kinder through 6. The price would be, and it doesn't matter on both ends, it's $85 just for the uniform for one-time charge, and then it's $145 from pre-K all the way to 6th grade for 2 months. So that covers 2 months, and they play every Saturday. And then for the elderly kids from 7th to 12th, it is I think it's only $10 more, so it's $155. But same thing, an $85 one-time charge for the uniform. And so they get pretty much one-on-one with the coaches, and the coaches that he gets are very phenomenal. Actually, one used to be I think he played at UTEP. So one of the coaches there is also a rep. So you're getting nothing but the best there, and they know how to curtail to the kids and also just teach them. And that's really what it's all about.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. That's a lot of information, but good information, guys. So, how do people find both pages?
So for us, it's Tumbleweed Sweets Treats on Instagram, and I think it's House of Hoopz on Instagram for that as well.
House of Hoopz on one
with a
place.
Z. House of Hoopz. That's with a Z at the end. And you could either contact them there, and let me see if I have any more information if you wanted to contact them. So if you actually wanted to contact or go spectate just to go see what it's about, the location is 11101 Armour Drive. It's literally the street across from Honda on Lee Trevino, where La Gorda is. It's that street. Just go all the way down to Center 3-way in Vanderbilt, and it's right there. Or call them at 915-704-7124.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Easy peasy. Sign them up.
Oh, and also, we're selling hot dogs, maybe some elotes too. We change it up a bit. We have the walking nachos too, where you put your Doritos and all that
Dirty
stuff.
nachos.
Dirty nachos, Fritos, whatnot, Frito pies,
Awesome.
and the sweets. And you'll get to see more of a variety of the cookies and designer croissants, which you saw, chocolate covered croissants with all of it. It's
All the things.
It's you have to see it. So go to Tumbleweed Sweets Treats on Instagram to understand what I'm talking about.
Yes. And make those orders. And then, do you have any tips or advice for businesses out there? And how do you market?
So basically, this is one. Hit up Annie.
Yeah.
Honestly, trust me. I'm probably gonna end up talking with everybody here, honestly. And this is how you can get your word out, and then also reach out to them because they have their own network. So it's network. Just talk. When you find somebody interesting, find out what they're doing. Exactly what Jose was saying. Even look online, see what everybody else is doing, make it your own, and first of all and foremost is just do it, because you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fall, you're gonna hit your face. Take the critiques, because I mean that's how you only
How
get
you
better.
grow. Yeah.
So just do it. Instagram, and also know your demographics. I
Yes.
always know that. If you want, I noticed Facebook is really good for, I guess, older, but they already have families already, or even.
And the fastest growing age is like 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they've already been around with Facebook, so they know that's where they get a lot of information. So that's that. And then if you want the newer crowd or more professional business, a lot of it is Instagram, but you could start seeing it kind of change a little bit. But that's where your more creative side. So Instagram is, if you want creativity, that's actually one of the best. But if you want to blow out something, Facebook is the way to go.
I love it. Thank you. Did we cover everything, everybody?
I think so.
Nobody has anything to add? All right, real quick, do a sponsor shout out to EBBA. If you guys or you know anybody is interested in the beauty industry, they have classes for nail tech, lash tech, esthetician, barbering, and cosmetology. Reach out to them. Classes start every 2 weeks. They have bilingual classes, morning, evening, and hybrid classes. And you only have to be 17 years old to sign up. So in case you guys have any interested people, let me know. I'll hook you up with them. Of course, Tumbleweeds. Go get your sweet treats. Tell them I sent you. And then I also sponsor shout out to Star City Studios. Thank you so much for always allowing me to use your beautiful space for my shows. I literally could not do this without you guys. If you guys are looking for an event space, or you're a musician and you guys are looking to record that passion project or whatever it is, reach out to them, check them out, check out their events. They have a lot of cool stuff going on here. They bring out of town musicians, jam sessions. They do really cool like seminars where they teach creatives how to run a proper business for yourself, things like that. Also, Rvmpvge Strength, check them out if you guys need a gym. They're in Central, they're 24/7. I love it. I can't recommend them enough. And then we also want to shout out to El Paso Family Dental. If you guys need a dentist, please reach out to them. I don't trust anybody with my teeth except for these people. They're super cool. They're so nice and friendly. I got my aligners there. It was the best 9 months for me. Everybody's different, but easy peasy. Couldn't recommend it enough. And check them out, El Paso Family Dental, and of course Conservation Society of El Paso. If you guys need another nonprofit to support, they're doing amazing work. Thank you guys so much for going local. And remember, I do work at Leo Marketing, LEO Marketing. We're a local full service marketing agency here in El Paso. So if you need help taking your marketing to the next level, I would love to help any way I can. I can help you with traditional and digital marketing, from TV, radio, billboard, print. Does not cost you anything to use me to make those negotiations on your behalf. I can also help you with social media. Video production is huge for us. Graphic design, photography, SEO, SEM, events, community outreach, literally everything and anything you can think of, I can help you under one roof. We are not on manana time, and we know the market here. So let me know. And this, of course, if you need any social media influencing, let me know if you need help from me, or I can suggest some others. But thank you for going local, and I'll see you next time. Bye.